being there for the American people. It's quite a remarkable thing. Good morning, everyone. It is always an honor to sign legislation passed by the House of Representatives and the Senate to be sent over to the President of the United States to make a difference in the lives of the American people. This particular legislation is legislation to keep government open for the people. It's really regretful that all the work that has gone into it and all the negotiations that have gone into it, that only one Republican voted to keep government open. How could it be? There are two areas that we've had some, shall we say, debate in the Congress. One is governance. Do we believe in it to keep government open for the people? The other is science. Science in terms of how we deal with the pandemic, how we deal with the climate crisis and the rest. And we've had major disagreement in terms of the Republicans rejecting science and rejecting governance. With this legislation, House and Senate, one of the assaults that were made on it was that they wanted to prevent any funds in the legislation to be used for enforcement of vaccinations. And that's science and funds governance. So I signed this to send to the President with great tribute to our appropriators. The chair of the committee, Rosa DeLauro, has done a remarkable job. She held together what we call the anomalies in the legislation that help us meet our responsibilities to Afghan refugees coming into our country. This is probably one of the cleanest continuing resolutions that we've had because we have been able to resist so many good ideas that people had, but the fact is it's a continuing resolution. And there were some urgencies that Madam Chair was able to negotiate with the Republicans in a bipartisan way and have it. I always wear this ring that all of you have been to Afghanistan, though, made by the women in Afghanistan. And so as a constant reminder, I keep it close to my heart about our responsibilities to those women and how they have been part, Democrats and Republicans, House and Senate, First Lady Laura Bush, First Lady Michelle Obama, First Lady Joe Biden, just universally a priority for us. And that is part of what is reflected in this continuing resolution. So again, I salute Congresswoman DeLauro. She did a masterful job. Within the context of all of our appropriators, and many other people here are our cardinals, chairs of committees within the subcommittees within the Appropriations Committee, or just leaders, not just, but including leaders on the committee, to help put together the omnibus, the appropriations bill, to take our work for the people through the next fiscal year. For reasons that are hard to understand, Republicans have not been willing to agree on a top line or some of the language within the bill, so we have to put this off until after the first of the year, to February 18th, which this legislation does. But I signed this legislation recognizing its urgency, but respectful of the work that our appropriators have done to take us to a place where we are, as House Democrats, ready, working with the Senate Democrats, ready to negotiate with the Republicans under the leadership of our distinguished chair, Rosa DeLauro. Let us salute Rosa for her great Denny and I are appropriators, as is Mr. Clyburn, who's not with us right here. Mr. Clyburn's appropriator. Catherine Clark is an appropriator. We have, in the leadership, a number of people have served in the appropriations process over the years, and we know it is a culture of bipartisanship. It has been to our benefit to have been oriented into the Congress and a committee. So traditionally bipartisan, and I hope that that will continue. So in that spirit of hopeful about the bipartisanship that hopefully will occur as we go forward for the people, for the next year, and with, again, a tribute to our members, sign this legislation and send it. Doing so, let me say in honor to the art that our distinguished House Democratic leaders and employers here with us. I have already acknowledged Rosa DeLauro, the chair of the committee. Other leadership, Sean Patrick Maloney is with us. And again, other members who are here, Congresswoman Torres of California, Madam Chair, Chair of the Defense Subcommittee, Betty McCollum of the great state of Minnesota, David Price. We all served with David on the committee for many years, Chair of THUD, Transportation, a very important committee. Congresswoman Lucille Rora, the Chair of the Homeland Security Subcommittee, Marcy Kaptur, Chair of the very, very important Energy and Water Committee, which has defense responsibilities as well. Barbara Lee, Chair of, what do we call it these days? We called it Foreign Ops in my State Foreign Ops Subcommittee, very important subcommittee as well. Shelley Pingree of the State of the Subcommittee of Interior, formerly chaired by Betty McCollum, and now yielded to Shelley Pingree. So it does the interior, but it also does the arts and so many other things. And my good friend, Dr. Ruppersberger of Maryland, a champion of national security and intelligence issues, a leader in the Appropriations Committee on so many additional not appropriate, but nonetheless, thank each and every one of you for all of your input.
This obviously is a very important piece of legislation, but one of the things that Patrick Leahy said last night in very brief remarks in the Senate, we now have 77 days between now and the 18th of February. And it's incumbent upon Republicans and Democrats to come together and pass an omnibus. CRs are very crude instruments to keep government open. But all of these folks have been working for an entire year to put together bills on each one of their subjects, and they'll put those together, get an omnibus, and before the 18th of February, pass an omnibus. And I congratulate Chair DeLauro and all the other subcommittee chairs for the work that they have done with their counterparts in the Senate. Let us hope, well prior to the 18th, we pass the work of this group and the Senate group and fund our government as it should be funded.
Madam Chair?
Thank you very, very much, Madam Speaker, and thank you for your continued strength and steel spine as we move through these efforts and negotiations. And I want to express my thanks to you and to Leader Hoyer. And I want to just say thank you to the Appropriations Committee and all of the chairs, the cardinals. Extraordinary, extraordinary work over many, many months, and to the staff that assists us in moving forward. We are ready, as you pointed out. We have been ready. Our bills were passed in August. The Senate passed or put up their bills in October, and to date we have not had one word from our Republican colleagues about what are their interests in moving forward in the omnibus. My hope is that given the high priority that is within the various subcommittees of appropriation of the services that we provide to the American people, that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle will see that that is the priority, that governance and meeting our responsibilities for the people is what we are here to do, and that they will join us in this effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I always say, as a proud appropriator myself, left to their own devices, the members of the Appropriations Committee can find their common ground So let's hope that there won't be any intervention from on high to impede that good progress, because we are hopeful that we will find our common ground with strong legislation. As Mr. Hoyer said, very long before the February 18th deadline, because the needs of the people must be met. Thank you all very
Madam
much.
Speaker, Madam Speaker.